Is every single LEGO Star Wars 2006 set, a wave of LEGO Star Wars 2006 sets. We had 16 different size sets, from 2 UCS sets to Star Destroyers to sail barges to Slave Ones to X-Wings, promotional products, and much more. But starting us off with the easiest and the smallest one, we've got this little Yoda pen or keychain. I don't even know what this is. Oh, there you go. It's a keychain. So that was released in 2006. Revenge of the Sith, which is also coming out tomorrow, which I'm going to see the movies. Then we've got the Imperial Royal Guard keychain. As you can see, it is released in 2006. Just written right there. And that's the two small keychains that we had in this wave. The only 4 small sets which I'll show you first is, starting us with the first one, it's the Luke Skywalker Limited Edition Maquette. There were 6 of these released, all different. They are made by Gentle Giants. I have made these videos on these before. They're limited edition. They're basically just little stands, you know, and they've got little writings on them, 30 years anniversary, and etc. So technically, if you want to collect every single LEGO Star Wars set, you need to collect this one as well. Now, going to the 3 small sets, technically 2 of the same and 1 different. So we've got a V-Wing Starfighter 6205 is the number there. Nice little V-Wing fighter right there. Top shows the hangar and the clone pilot itself. And then the back shows off the back of the model, and there's alternate builds. So they're still going strong after 7 years of producing these sets. They're still going strong with those alternate builds, which is a nice, cool sign. Sad that they stopped doing them. We'll see what year they stopped doing them, actually. Now, the other 2 sets that we have is these 2 A-Wing Starfighters. Now, at first glance, you might see, oh, there's nothing different about them, but there is a slight difference. The difference is one of the boxes is glossed and one isn't. So they're both different. They're not the exact same model. 194 pieces, 6207 is the model, and it brings 2 minifigures in this set. The box size is identical except for that gloss, and then the back shows off the same exact thing. So it shows off some of the sets in that year, as well as the year before, like the Death Star there in the background. So those are 2 A-Wing Starfighters. Pretty cool. And the last small sets that we have before we take a little break and go to the bigger sets is the TIE Interceptor. 6206, 212 pieces. The original blue TIE Interceptor. We had one in the TIE Fighter collection as well. I'm pretty sure, or was that weird Dorito one? Let me know in the comments below. We've got a Death Star 2 there in the background. And then it shows off the alternate builds. Nice little helicopter. Opening of the cockpit. The Slave 1. The B-Wing, A-Wing, Death Star, and TIE Interceptor there in the background. So, nice little set. Love the box art of this one. It does look very nice and clean. It is sleek and it's very nice looking. So, that's it for the small sets. Sets are medium-sized sets. So, they're not massive. They're not UCS sets or massive play sets. We've got 3 medium-sized sets. This is the B-Wing that got released in 2006. Glossed box art with that 3D box art. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's a bit of a lip, so it's a bit coming out of the box, and you can actually feel the different studs and stuff. Nice little silver lining of the Star Wars logo as usual. 2006 mad logos. 6208 is the set number, folding in and out of the wings, and there's also a landing pad or a hanger connector there that you can actually leave it standing. You've got the side profile of it, opening of the cockpit with the TIE Fighter, the B-Wing fighter pilot, shooting of missiles, showing you how to actually land it, a mech, and some sort of, looks like a starfighter almost, or a Star Destroyer there, and then 3 of the sets released in that year. The minifigures that we have in the set is a B-Wing pilot and 10 Noom. Very nice little set, so that's a part of the medium sets again. The next one we have is the 6212 X-Wing Starfighter. I'm pretty sure this is a 3rd X-Wing so far. Nice red box art. There is 6 minifigures in this set. So we've got Wedge Antilles, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, Han Solo, R2-D2, and Princess Leia. Nice little X-Wing. Love the box art. It is very nice. Shows you the minifigures there as well. Obviously, this is based on the Hoth X-Wings that were there. opening up the cockpit, being in landing position, and then it shows you the different stickers there. You got stickered and studded. Then we've got landing pad and opening, closing of the wings as well. Very nice little neat set. I love this X-Wing. Amongst one of the best X-Wings, I would say. Except for the Yoda's heart with the X-Wing. That one was much better than this one. Then the last medium-sized set. One of my favorites, one of the underrated sets, is the 6209 Slave 1, 537 pieces, and we're actually getting a Jango Fett Slave 1 this year, the UCS model, so it's not based on the Boba Fett one. Then we've got 4 minifigures in this, IGA-8, the Assassin Droid, then we've got Dengar, a Bespin Guard, as well as Boba Fett, so you get 3 bounty hunters with a Bespin Guard as well. Then we also have Han Solo and Carbonite, which is not a minifigure, so it's not really shown there. Then we've got the actual ship in the front, as you can see. Then we've got the landing pad of the Slave 1, opening and flying in landing position. Then we've got the shooters there in the back, and then also Boba Fett taking some bombs out in the back. So this is one of my favorites of the medium-sized sets. We have the 3 big sets of the 2006 wave. We've got 2 UCS sets we're leaving to the end, but the first biggest set we have is the Jabba Sail Barge. This was the first Jabba Sail Barge we ever got released. As of today, we have another 2 new ones, the 2013 one, and then we've got the 2025 one. So, or 2024, I'm not sure which year it actually is. 6 to 10 Jabba Sail Barge. It has that 3D printing as well. It gets the actual speeder with it, as well as the barge and the Sarlacc pit. So that's something the UCS sets failed. You actually had to have it separately, which is disgusting for it being a Ultimate Collector series. I don't know if I'm actually right about that. Let me know in the comments below. Actually, I don't know now. Then we have, how many minifigures? We've got 8 minifigures. We've got Jabba the Hutt, Princess Leia, Han Solo, and R2-D2 with the wine glasses at the top, Boba Fett, Lando Calrissian in his armor, as well as Luke Skywalker and a Gamorrean guard. So nice little minifigure selection of this set. We did have the Jabba's Palace in 2000s, I believe. It did include Jabba, but it's not necessarily a barge. So this is the first time we got a barge. The back of the model shows off the barge being opened. Beautiful interior as always. Love the barge having the interior. Shows all the different play features of where the movie was, how Boba Fett jumped, and etc. Then it shows a fish made out of the barge, which I would love to see if someone's actually built that. Then we have a pirate ship out of the barge, and then we have a Jabba's Palace out of the barge. So there's a lot of different selective things that you can do with this set in terms of alternate builds. Love this set. This is a very nice complementary set of 2006 and a nice staple for this year itself. Now we have the kind of a remake. So this was in 2005, but it's basically released in 2006. So this is the remake of the Clone Turbo Tank in 2005 that had the light up minifigure. So not sure what they did here. There's not really much information about this set, and I'm not going to go through it all because I did in the last video. So make sure to check out the 2005 collection in the description if you want to see that. Now the biggest set of the wave that's not a UCS set is this Imperial Star Destroyer. This is the original Star Destroyer that we ever got. 2006, full interior. It's got an escape pod, and it's got 8 minifigures, 2 Imperial Royal Guards, Grand Moff Tarkin, Imperial Officer, Darth Vader, 2 Stormtroopers, and an R2-D5, as well as a mouse droid, but I'm not going to include that as a minifigure. It's a bit stupid because it's 4 or 5 bricks. So set number 6211, not the best Star Destroyer. Obviously it was one of the first, so you can't expect a lot. And then showing off the entire interior, we can see all the different materials and things that happened, and a cool little Millennium Falcon of some sort, and actually a T6 shuttle. Very nice set. Love this set. In terms of actual build and quality, I've got 2 of them back here, as you can see on the shelf. The build quality is pretty poor, I would say. It's not the best Star Destroyer that we ever got by any means, but it is 19 years old, so that's it. Two sets that we have of 2006 leaves us with the two Ultimate Collector Series sets. We have one smaller one and then one bigger one. So starting us off with the smaller one is the 10174, the most nostalgic set out of my entire collection. I had this personally when I was probably four years old. I had this set in our collection. Love this set. Shows off the back of the walker, shows the top of the walker. So this actually had a full-fledged interior in there. Didn't include any minifigures, but it shows off the dimensions, the actual set with the plaque, as well as the whole head there. Love this set, obviously based on Endor and the Ewok village when they were smashing them up with the trees and all the Ewoks were jumping in them. Love the nostalgia of the set. This is definitely something you should get. Lego doesn't make much cool stuff like that anymore, like walkers and stuff in UCS, mostly like bigger sets. Then, last set we have is the 10175. It is wrapped. I have wrapped it because of safety and keeping it nice and pristine. So it is the Vader's TIE Advanced. Very underrated and not talked about set. Here it is actually a TIE fighter, and then it shows up the top of the TIE fighter as well as the cockpit being open there, and then the seats inside. The back shows off the actual TIE fighter there with the plaque. Shows you the dimensions as well, and again they show the same exact picture, and then it shows TIE Advanced in bold letters at the bottom. Lovely little addition to your collection. Both of these UCS sets are beautiful, so you should get them for your collection. But otherwise, other than that, 2006 is finished. We're going to be moving on to 2007 in the next video. We had 16 different size sets, from smaller keychains to all the way to UCS sets. Can't wait to see what's in the next year, and leave a comment down below, as well as like and subscribe to my channel. Peace.